20 years ago, a dying father handed his 10-year-old son a note. Then he made an impossible promise. Meet me at Willow Bridge in 20 years. I promise I'll be there. 3 days later, he died. Everyone forgot about that promise. But his son never did. And 20 years later, Noah Parker showed up anyway. What happened next would change his life forever. Ohio. Spring of 2006. 10-year-old Noah Parker sat alone in a hospital hallway. His feet barely touched the floor. Doctors hurried past. Machines beeped behind closed doors. His father, Daniel Parker, was losing his battle with cancer. Noah had already lost his mother years earlier. Now he was terrified of losing the only family he had left. A nurse stepped into the hallway. "Your dad wants to see you." Noah hurried into the room. Daniel looked weak. But the moment he saw his son, he smiled. "Noah, come here, buddy." Noah took his father's hand. Daniel slowly reached beneath his pillow and pulled out a folded piece of paper. "Keep this safe." Noah opened it. In shaky handwriting it read, "Meet me at Willow Bridge on June 15th, 20 years from today. I promise I'll be there." Noah looked confused. "Dad, why?" Daniel smiled gently. "Because there will be days when this is the only reason you keep going. When those days come, promise me you'll read it again. And no matter what happens, meet me at Willow Bridge in 20 years." Noah nodded through his tears. "I promise." 3 days later, Daniel Parker passed away. Of struggle. Life changed overnight. Noah moved between relatives. Some cared for him. Others simply tolerated him. One evening he accidentally dropped a dinner plate while helping with the dishes. His uncle sighed. "That boy is nothing but extra trouble." Noah quietly walked to his room. He cried into his pillow.
Before falling asleep, he unfolded the note. For the first time, he understood why his father had given it to him. Whenever life hurt, he wasn't supposed to quit. He was supposed to keep going.
Even after losing his father, Noah's journey only became more difficult. At school, he was bullied because of his old clothes and quiet nature. But he never let their words destroy his dreams. To support himself, he worked long hours at a small grocery store after school, often returning home exhausted before starting his homework late at night. College brought even greater challenges as he struggled to pay tuition, balance part-time jobs, and keep up with demanding classes. Yet he refused to give up. Years of determination, sacrifice, and relentless hard work finally paid off when Noah graduated and fulfilled his dream of becoming a successful engineer.
As June 15th grew closer, fear slowly replaced hope. For 20 years, one question had followed Noah everywhere. What if nobody came? What if the promise that carried him through every struggle had never been real? Some nights he couldn't sleep. Other nights, he simply stared at the faded note. The night before June 15th, he almost decided not to go. He sat alone in his apartment. 20 years. 20 years of believing. 20 years of hoping. Maybe it was finally time to let go. Maybe the promise had never meant what he thought. He folded the note carefully and placed it on the table. The room was silent. Then he whispered, "I gave you my word, Dad. I'll be there." That promise was enough. Rain poured over Willow Bridge. Noah stood alone. 5 minutes passed, then 20, then 45. The bridge remained empty. His heart slowly broke. Maybe this really was goodbye. Just as Noah turned to leave, he heard someone call his name. "Noah Parker?" He turned around. An elderly man stood beneath an umbrella. "My name is Benjamin Carter. I was your father's best friend." Benjamin smiled warmly. "Your father told me something 20 years ago. He said, if my son comes to this bridge on June 15th, I'll know he never gave up. I've been waiting all these years to find out if he was right." Noah couldn't speak. Benjamin reached into his coat and removed a small wooden box. "Your father asked me to give this to you today." Inside were old family photographs, birthday pictures, letters, Memories Noah thought were lost forever. At the bottom lay one final envelope. It simply read, "For Noah." The letter, "Dear Noah, if you're reading this, you made it. Not because you reached this bridge, but because you refused to let life defeat you. I knew I wouldn't live long enough to watch you grow into a man. So I needed to leave you something stronger than my presence. Hope. Every time life became too heavy, I hoped you would read that note again. Not because I would be waiting at the bridge, but because every time you chose to keep going, you were becoming the man I always believed you could be. If you're standing here today, then you kept both of our promises. I'm proud of you. I always will be. Love, Dad." Ending. Tears streamed down Noah's face. For 20 years, he believed he was waiting for his father. But the truth was, his father had been walking beside him all along. Not in person, but through every word of that note. While Noah spent 20 years waiting for a miracle, he never noticed the miracle was already happening. Every setback, every lonely night, every disappointment, every obstacle, it wasn't destroying him. It was shaping him.
And one day, you'll look back at everything that tried to break you and realize it was building the person you were meant to become. So don't quit, because the future version of you is counting on the decision you make today. Sometimes, the miracle you're waiting for isn't coming to save you. It's the person you're becoming while you wait.
Hope isn't about knowing the miracle will come. It's about believing it's still worth waiting for.